So we are doing an upper body home workout now, and you don't need a lot for this. Something I want you to have is a small towel, okay, like a small dish towel, bath towel works good. Have access to a wall or a counter, and also have a mat ready. Okay, remember, don't come into the strength workouts cold. Make sure you've done at least 5 minutes of some kind of warm up, brisk walking, jogging, riding a bike. Just make sure you're not coming in completely cold. So we've got 3 exercises for the upper body today, and I'm going to show a couple different versions of each of these. First thing that we are going to do will be some push-ups, and you've got an option to take these at a wall. You could take them at a counter, or you could take them onto the ground from high or from kneeling. I'm going to demonstrate them elevated first. If you haven't been doing push-ups, this is a great place to get them going, and then gradually work your hands lower, okay? So I would start at a wall or at a counter, and you want to make sure you have a real sturdy surface. You're going to back your feet up so that you do feel like you're putting some weight forward into your hands. You want your hands to be about as high as your shoulders. And in order to get more weight forward, I do like to encourage people to come up onto their toes. That will take weight away from the heels and push it forward into your upper body. Okay, so what we're gonna do here for our push-up, we're bending the elbows, the head will come forward, and then we'll press away. When you do that, your elbows should point down, okay? They shouldn't come out like chicken wings. They certainly shouldn't come forward or up, but they should be kind of creating this like upside down V, okay? So we're gonna I want you to take an 8 to 10 of these and test it out. See if you need to bring your feet forward or back. See if your hands feel like they need to be higher. If it feels funny, just do some adjusting. So let's get going. We're gonna inhale, move forward, exhale, press it back. And we're gonna keep going. When you press back, I want you to be careful not to fully lock out your elbows, okay? So you go almost straight, but you don't feel that like snap to full extension through your elbow. Here's 5, breathe in and out, 6, 7, I'm keeping my body in plank, so I'm making sure that my hips don't sag, my belly doesn't come forward like that. That just doesn't feel good at all. Let's get our last 2 right here, and last one, okay? So those are your standing wall push-ups. I'll show some other versions when we get back to this later. The next thing we're gonna do is an upper body and tricep exercise. We're getting a 2-for-1 here, and I'm gonna have you take your towel for this. So I want you to take your small towel and just hold it on opposite ends diagonally, okay? So you get it still small, still short, but about as long as you can get that towel to be. So what we're gonna do here is a scapular squeeze, and you really need to think about this one. You could do the scapular piece without a towel. We are adding that in so that you can get a second exercise, that tricep activation. So the scapular squeeze, I'll demonstrate without the towel first, is just pulling your shoulder blades down and together. So it doesn't look like I'm doing anything, I'm just kind of standing here, but I'm actually activating my upper back just by thinking about pulling my shoulder blades here, down and together, okay? So that's your scapular squeeze. What we're gonna do with the towel, okay, is the second piece. Once we get the shoulder blades down and activated, I'm gonna pull out on that towel. You might see I'm shaking a little bit, and that's because I'm activating through my triceps, okay? We're doing just 5 of these. We're gonna do them pretty slowly so you can feel really both of those pieces. We're gonna come up. My arms are about even with my ears, okay? So I'm not out here, not way back here. So right along the side of my head. We're gonna pull down, squeeze shoulder blades together, and pull out on that towel, okay? Let's bring it back up, deep breath in. Exhale, bring it down, shoulder blades first, press out on that towel, and back up, okay? Let's do it again. Try to concentrate, think about feeling it each time. bring it back up. We'll take 2 more. Squeeze down, up, and last one here. Pull it down, squeeze together, pull out on your towel, and release it. Okay, the last exercise we're gonna do will be down on the floor, and we're gonna do a kneeling vinyasa. Okay, vinyasa is something we do a lot of in yoga. This is a version of what they call a vinyasa. So it's a couple of pieces, and we're gonna do this from a kneeling plank, okay? So you're on your knees, you're gonna come forward far enough so that you can straighten out through your torso, okay? My shoulders are stacked right over my hands, and here my belly's active. For this one, we're keeping our elbows close to the body. So as I lower down, I'm actually gonna feel my elbows rub the side of my waist. I'm gonna press up lightly to a baby cobra, little back bend, and then I'm gonna sit back. So I'm reaching my hips back. I'll find some length here. I'll draw myself back forward to that kneeling plank, lower down slowly, find that mini back bend, and I'm really not pressing into my hands much. I am lifting with the strength from my lower back, and then we sit back. We're doing just 5 of these. We'll come forward, down with control, keep the belly active, find that baby cobra, lift up and back, get a stretch back, sitting back towards heels. We'll take 2 more. Inhale forward, exhale, lower down, inhale, baby cobra, exhale, come back to child's pose. We'll do 1 more time. Inhale, come forward, exhale, lower down, inhale, baby cobra, exhale, reach your hips back towards heels. Okay, so those are our 3. I'm gonna show you 2 more rounds. I'll give for a couple of the exercises some different versions. So we're gonna go back to our push-ups, and I'm gonna stay down here now, okay? If those wall push-ups were not enough for you, you could try them at a lower surface, like a countertop. I kind of hook my hands over the counter when I'm doing it that way, or you could do a kneeling push-up here, okay? Or you could do full push-ups. So I'm gonna show a full and also a kneeling push-up. And I'll never sacrifice my upper body form to try to, be a superstar and do them from up high. I'd rather have you bring your knees down, get some good full range of motion with control in each direction, okay? So I'm gonna demonstrate a couple from high, have my hands about shoulder width apart. Again, my hands are gonna be right under my shoulders, okay? My belly is active. We're gonna come down, my elbows will make that upside down V, and then I'll press back up. Your kneeling version, you're in that kneeling plank just like we were for our vinyasa, so it's not back here, it's certainly not back here. I see this happen a lot, okay? Keep those shoulders stacked over your hands, and then we take it down and up. So let's finish out our 10. We're gonna bring it down, exhale, inhale down, exhale up, bring it down and up. Keep drawing the belly in, down, and up. Your toes, doesn't matter if they are on the floor or off of the floor in this kneeling push-up. Let's get 2 more, and last one, and up. Okay, so we're gonna go back to our scapular squeezes. And just to mention, this is me, laziness at its finest. If you're gonna stay down on the mat, you could have your towel right here. You can do your scapular squeezes here. It doesn't matter if you're standing or seated. So I'm just gonna take it kneeling this time. And we're bringing it up overhead. Remember, we've got the active scapular engagement first, drawing shoulder blades together, and then we start pulling out on that towel to add that tricep extension. Okay, so ends of the towel, bring it up. Let's come down, squeeze shoulder blades together, pull out on the towel, and then inhale, reach back up. Exhale. So you can see I'm not coming super low. That towel just comes to the top of my head. Okay, back up. So we fully release when the arms come back up. Squeeze together and pull out. Reach up, just 2 more here. Bring it down, squeeze shoulder blades together, rip that towel apart and up. One last time, bring it down, shoulder blades engage, pull out and release. Okay, so we're back to our vinyasa. I'm gonna show you one from high. Okay, if you're comfortable with that high vinyasa, you can certainly go for it. So high vinyasa, we're taking knees away from the mat. It would start in a high plank, okay? So we've got hands right under the shoulders, and this is where we would take that first piece. So you'll see I'm gonna not dip my hips on my trip down. I'm gonna lower with control, elbows stay close to the body, press into that baby cobra. I would tuck my toes under and I'd lift all the way up and back to a downward facing dog, okay? I'm gonna take these back to kneeling. You can always switch back to those knees easy enough, okay? So elbows are below the shoulders. Let's take that chaturanga, elbows close to the body. Inhale up, baby cobra. Exhale, sitting back towards child's pose or your downward dog. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, slowly lower. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, reach the hips back. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, slowly lower. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, reach the hips back, long spine here. Take 2 more deep breath in. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sit on back. Okay, so finish that out. We're gonna do 1 more round, push up, our towel, back to these vinyasas, and that's it for the upper body workout, okay? So let's set up for those push-ups. Last time here, they can be standing, hands elevated, kneeling plank, or that high plank, okay? Let's take a deep breath in, lower down. Exhale, press up, don't lock out those elbows. Bring it down and press. We're going to 10. Inhale, exhale, 3. Bring it down, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so with push-ups, especially once you get more weight over your hands like that, if you start feeling that in your wrists, that's somewhat normal. Your wrists do need to kind of build a tolerance to that, but one thing that I like to mention is to try to shift some of the weight away from your wrist crease and send it out into the rest of your hand. Send it towards your palms, send it towards your fingers. Don't just press right down into the base of your wrist, okay? We're gonna do that towel exercise for our last time. You can stay down here or you can stand up. Let's grab ends of the towels, reach it up overhead and draw it down, squeeze shoulder blades together, pull out on that towel. Inhale, reach it back up. Now if you do stand with this, and kneeling as well, go ahead and keep going. One thing I want to make sure is that you don't start leaning backwards. It's really easy to do when we're in standing exercises. We kind of just forget about the lower body. So hold this one, I'm going to show you what I mean. So you can see I'm kind of in just like a soft stance here. What happens is we wind up here. Try to avoid that with all of your standing exercises. All right, let's release that down. See that a lot with bicep curls, overhead extensions. People just kind of dump into their lower back. That's not going to be good for your back. So soft knees, sit your hips back a tiny bit. That will neutralize your spine and it'll force you to activate your belly, which is not a bad thing. So last thing we're doing here is our vinyasa for the last time. So let's get it going. I'm gonna do kind of a combination of these. So let's start in our plank, either kneeling or high. Slowly lower down. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, lift the hips back to child's pose or downward dog. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, send the hips back. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, slowly lower. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, send the hips to child's pose or down dog. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, reach the hips back, long spine, long arms. Last time here, inhale, come forward. Exhale, slowly lower. Inhale, baby cobra, and sit it back. Let's hold our child's pose this time. Think about reaching your hips back towards your heels, long arms. Deep breath in and let it out. All right, so that is it. That is the upper body strength workout. You can combine this, remember, with your other workouts if you'd like to. Don't do these particular exercises again tomorrow, but you could do something else. All right, so this will be followed by a core strengthening video. So we'll see you there.